Greetings all and welcome back to Math in Anger. In this episode, this is episode 4, in this episode we're going to look at what this symbol actually means. We all think we know what it means, but most of us don't understand what it really means. This is called the equal sign, and if you go back to your preschool and grade school days, you'll remember we all had to sit in class and we said these little rhymes. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 1 plus 3 is 4. And eventually you start thinking that this thing means that what you have here and what you have here is the same thing. And that misunderstanding, that thinking that this thing, you're thinking that what is written here and what is written here is the same thing, that misunderstanding is the reason why you got to grade 7 and started failing math. That is the reason why you could never hear the music of mathematics. So, let's fix this. Let's explain exactly what that really is. The first thing I want to point out to you is this word equals. It comes from Latin and it means level. As in, here is the ground, you are level with the ground. That's what that word means. It doesn't mean that two things are the same. It means that two things are in balance with each other. And in order to explain where that comes from, I need to reintroduce you to this. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you all know what that is. That is a classic balance scale. Look at the parts. You've got the stand, you've got the balance point, the balance bar, and the trays in which you put things in order to weigh them compared to each other. Now, these things they're scarce. You don't really get them these days. You've got to go to an antique store and they're pretty expensive. So you basically have two choices. You either make one yourself or you go and do what I did. You write a program in order to demonstrate how this thing works. And there you go. There we have a balance scale. Here I have my stand, I have my balance bar, the balance point, and some trays to put stuff in. Now I'd like you to see what happens when I put some weights in a tray over here. Do you see that I'm no longer in balance? Keep your eyes on those two blue lines there. Does it look familiar? Yeah, that is where the equal sign comes from. That is what the equal sign means. It means that what you have on this side is in balance with what you have on this side. Not what you have on this side is the same thing as what you've got on that side. It is in balance with. And there I have balance again. So in future, when somebody tells you 1 plus 1 is 2, you immediately say, no, 1 plus 1 is in balance with 2. That is the correct understanding for what this thing means. Now there's another thing I want to point out to you, but before I do that, I need to clean up some space here. Take a look at what happens when I deliberately bring this scale out of balance. And for those of you who aren't watching this too late at night, you're going to say, but hold on a second. That looks familiar. And you're absolutely right. Because there is another symbol, another sign in mathematics that we use in order to explain something. And that sign is this. That is called the not equal sign. And we use it to say that two things are not in balance. And if you take a look at what you've got here on the scale, there are your lines, and here is your balance bar crossing those two lines. Does it look familiar? Right. We're going to be playing a bit more with the balance scale in the next episode. But now you know what equals and not equals really mean. It's got nothing to do with this thing is the same as this thing, and everything to do with this thing is in balance with this thing. Forget this same as idea. It is why you have it is why you can't hear the music of mathematics. Right. This was Math in Anger, episode 4. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.